about humanity.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Take on Mars. I'm your host of 2005, Guyver02. Okay, so let's continue with training missions and then we can hopefully get started in the other. Although we might want to do the robotic missions afterwards, just so that we can get to grips with all the other functionalities of the game, as it were. So let's start with machines, and then we can move on to habitats after that. So let's see what we have to offer.
This facility contains all the machines and equipment you will need to survive on Mars. We will begin with a presentation of power generation machines.
Okay, so yeah, they do like to offload with this game, don't they?
Let's start with the radioisotope thermoelectric generator. This is the radioisotope thermoelectric generator, also known as RTG. Learn more by using the speaker. Speaker.
Okay.
The RTG is an electrical generator utilizing the thermoelectric effect. The electricity is produced through the conversion of the heat released by the decay of radioactive material. Despite an output of only a few hundred watts, the half-life of the used isotope provides the capacity for a constant power supply spanning many years. It is provided with 2 standard output sockets and a standard display. Let's plug in the power cable. We are going to use the RTG shortly.
Ooh. So it can actually get stuck on other things. Can we have a little bit of fun with that, actually? Probably going to get really annoyed with us if we do something like that, but damn it. Okay. And oh.
This panel displays on the left the electrical power generated by the RTG, and on the right its draining load. The load is currently at 0, as it is not connected to any machine. Great! Now move on to the communications tower next to you.
So we can actually wrap these things around other things, and then...
This is a communications tower. It serves as a beacon for your map.
Okay. I was wondering, can we just wrap that around it? And would it do something stupid if we, as it didn't pay too much attention to where it was doing? Oh. I hope we can't really damage them by hitting them with their cables like that. Okay, a little bit more that way. There we go. Can we pull this one all the way through and then... so it does get stuck. It won't go any further. So I guess we're going to have to use it on that thing. So let's unwind it again. There it goes, complete unwound. Let's see, they resemble 3G? 3G burst transmitter? Could be 4G. Definitely not 5G. It's too small for a 5G. But then again, I wouldn't want to be anywhere close to 5G.
Knowing your exact location, such as of your crew and your machines, is vital on Mars. Hence, communications towers create an information network when they are in range of each other. Your interactive map will connect to the nearest comms tower and displays information about anything covered by the network. If there is another comms tower in range, it will connect to the existing network of comms towers and expand the area you can see. Now, we can supply this comms tower thanks to the RTG.
Okay, so that one there.
The communications tower is operational now. Use the map key to open it. Good work. Now proceed to your next objective.
We can see what we're doing behind the map. That's not that good. Okay.
A cable spool can contain up to 5 power cables. As a cable is 10 meters long, they are rolled up on the spool for easier transport. Learn more about power cables by using the speaker. Power cables have a red end and a green end. The red is for input, for example to a machine producing energy like the RTG, and the green is for output, for example to a machine requiring energy like the communications tower. Observe the sockets on each machine. The color code will inform you about the correct connection. red to green, or green to red. You can unwind the cable by clicking on the spool with the unwind key. To rewind the cable, just grab the cable and hold onto the spool, then press the same key again.
So doesn't that mean that we've got this the wrong way around? Oops. No, maybe not. Just want to go in. No. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's because this.
Easy,
okay.
right?
Oop.
Now grab that cable and rewind it onto the cable spool. Now that you've learned how to handle power cables, move on to the power hub.
Okay, so before we do that, can we put green on green? Apparently not. It's weird. I was to put green on red. I would have thought green would go on the green, not green on red. Oh well. Looks like the color coding system is a bit screwed. Okay.
This is a power hub. It serves as a connector bridge between power generators and machines. The power hub has 6 red input sockets on the right and 6 green output sockets on the left. It allows you to connect a maximum of 6 power generators to the input sockets and distribute power to up to 6 machines via the output sockets. The display on the left shows the sum of power generated in the electricity network or grid expressed in watts. The right shows the current electricity load. The bottom line informs about the power stored in the hub batteries and the estimated load duration. As you can see behind you, you can connect several hubs together to reduce the amount of cables needed for supplying the machines with electricity. Plug that cable to an input socket before we move on.
One more cable. Okay. Ooh, boing.
Now, it's time to have a look at the solar array. A solar array, also referred as a solar panel, absorbs the rays of the sun and processes them into electricity. The solar array is made of 2 panels that convert the solar power to electricity, utilizing the photovoltaic effect. 2 additional batteries can store up to several kilowatts per hour of electricity. One solar array can generate over 2 times more power than the RTG. However, its efficiency depends exclusively on the amount of solar energy available. It's also provided with 2 output sockets and a power display. Now plug in that cable to connect the solar array to the power hub. Great! You now have the required knowledge about power generators for your future mission on Mars. That should come in handy. We will now focus on the different machines you will have at your disposal. Please proceed to the machines area. Each machine comes in 2 versions, a large one and a small one. We will start with the topsoil extractor.
Okay, so that entire array is plugged into this thing, which looks like it's plugged into that one over there, and then over there. Okay.
This is a topsoil extractor. Its sole function is to extract the soil from the surface. The topsoil extractor uses a flexible hose to gather the surface of the soil in the same way as a vacuum cleaner. The extracted resource is collected into barrels that must be plugged in prior to its usage. It has 2 input sockets for its energy supply, such as a standard display informing about its energy usage. The large topsoil extractor, like this one, proposes 4 barrel plugs. A small version, less energy demanding, embarks only 1 plug. Use that cable to supply the topsoil extractor so we can use it.
Okay. Oop.
Perfect. Now that the machine is powered, you have to plug in the resource barrel for it to start working. There should be... Now, connect the barrel to an empty slot. When properly supplied with energy, the machine starts to operate immediately. Perfect. We can now continue with the atmospheric processor.
Wow, that thing's noisy. Let's turn that off. Jeez. Hope this thing doesn't make so much noise.
This is the atmospheric processor. It captures the surrounding atmosphere. The atmosphere is drawn in through an air pump and redirected into resource barrels that collect the air. The large atmospheric processor accepts up to 5 barrel plugs, whereas the small energy-efficient atmospheric processor proposes 1 plug only. Connect the cable so we can collect the Earth atmosphere.
Please tell me it's going to be less noisy than that last one. Oops.
Perfect. Now that the machine is powered, you have to plug in the resource barrel for it to start working. Now, connect the barrel to an empty slot. When properly supplied with energy, the machine starts to operate immediately. Let the processor work and move to the drilling rig.
So that says Earth Atmo. The other one says soil on it. I wonder if you can empty them out and use them for other things. Okay, so next one is...
This is a drilling rig, used for excavation. A twist drill bit penetrates the crust with a fast rotation. The raw material is then lifted up through a borehole via the cutting edges. The extracted rock is stored into barrels. This large drilling rig proposes 4 barrel slots and a standard display panel, while the small version has 1 plug. Connects the machine to a cable so we can dig up some earth rock.
Okay.
Perfect. Now that the machine is powered, you have to plug in the resource barrel for it to start working. There should be one lying nearby. Use that one. It doesn't have to be necessarily empty. On each machine, do not omit to pay attention to the power display. You can monitor the machine's energy requirements, the overall power available on the grid, and the potential usage duration. Do not forget that a machine cannot operate with barrels filled with improper resources. For example, an earth soil barrel plugged to a drilling rig. If you do so, the machine will just stop working. Do not get confused. Let's move on to the next machine.
Wait a minute. That says earth rock. It doesn't say earth soil. That's weird. Unless that's an earth soil machine. Next one.
This is a materials refinery, a beautiful piece of engineering that can refine raw resources into materials or compounds. The materials refinery has 2 main functions. It can either split complex materials into their constituent components, or it can synthesize compounds from core materials. Input and output slots are located on each side of the refinery. The large materials refinery comes with 3 input and 5 output slots. The small one has respectively 2 input and 3 output slots. A control panel allows for the operations of the desired reaction. Plug in the cable so we can start to put our hands on this machine.
So was it 3 inputs, 5 output? Looked like it was probably going to be the other way around.
The refinery is now powered. Why don't we try it out on some raw material we've just collected? Let's split some rock. Take one of the earth rock barrels from the drilling rig and plug it into a free input slot of the refinery.
Oh.
Remember, input slots are on the left of the materials refinery.
Oh, I dropped it.
The input barrel is connected. Now, earth rock's second splitting reaction produces 4 elements, so we need 4 output barrels. 3 barrels are connected already. The 4th one should be nearby.
Oh, so we can actually select what we want. So 1 earth rock gives us... Earth rock 1 gives us silicon, aluminium and iron oxide. And then rock 2 gives us silicon, aluminium, oxygen, iron and oxygen. It doesn't say that it wants us to do different slots. So the ones on the other side, we've got silicon, aluminium and iron. So it probably is rock 2 that they want then, in that case. So let's do that, and let's grab the other barrel. So that's definitely Earth rock, it says. Okay. Where is it?
This barrel is partially filled with oxygen, which is one of the elements of the splitting Earth rocks reaction. Plug it into a free output slot at the right side of the refinery. Good job! Now move to the control panel. We will finalize the last parameters before initiating the process. Note that you won't be able to proceed if you disconnect the power cable or unplug any required barrel.
Okay.
Here is displayed the reactions list screen. It shows all the reactions the materials refinery is capable of processing. Select Split Earth Rock 2 to access the reactions details, required input materials, and expected output components. In our case, 5 units of Earth Rock, the input material, will generate 2 units of oxygen, 1 of silicon, 1 of aluminium, and 1 unit of iron, the 4 output components. To navigate through the control panel, use the centered mouse cursor, not the free cursor. To ease the reading, you can hold the zoom key to zoom. When you're ready, close the reaction list screen to access the processing screen.
Okay, so basically, by looking at what material was there, we actually wind up selecting the thing that it wanted us to select. So do go up 1, go down 1, do close.
The processing screen permits you to manage the reaction according to the raw material in input. Select the input slots, Earth Rock in our case, with the left mouse button. Now, select all the output slots. Keep in mind that an incomplete or improper selection will cause an interruption of the process. Once all the correct slots are selected, the reaction is ready to be performed. Click on the process materials to proceed.
Click on the process materials. I mean this one here. Okay.
And voila! When the materials refinery is processing, you can monitor the decrease of the input material and the production of the output components as you wish. Now let's move on to the next device.
Sweet. Still a bit on the noisy side though. Okay, so O2 is completely full now.
This huge thing is the resource tank. It is used to store large quantities of resource.
In that case, oxygen.
Two input slots for transferring from a barrel into the tank, and 2 output slots for collecting the stored resource into individual barrels, plus a simple display for capacity monitoring. It's as simple as that. Let's completely fill that oxygen barrel. Plug it into an output slot of the resource tank.
Okay, come on, right side up please.
As you can see, the quantity of resource decreases from the tank, filling up the barrel until it's full, or until the tank is depleted. The materials refinery should now have produced enough oxygen from the Earth rock. Bring it to the resource tank.
Which we actually already did, but I'm having trouble moving it.
Observe the oxygen of the barrel being stored in the resource tank. No need to say that you can't plug in the barrel whose resource differs from the element stored in the tank. We're almost done. The last thing to learn is the 3D printer. Go through the gates to the printer testing area.
Before we do that, let's finish up. Now, can we add a bit more? There we go. Can we just stick it on this one? Yep, We can. Nice. Wasn't sure if that was going to work. That's something to utilize next time, or utilize when we're actually out there. So let's quickly grab that oxygen one again. Oops, I dropped it. And that oxygen one. Oopsie. And put that oxygen on there. And process again. I wonder what we can do with that with the actual soil itself. I know we're going a little bit off of tutorial, but at least now's the time to actually experiment a little bit. Which one's full? Probably the aluminum and the silicon. Oops. Oopsie, aluminum and silicon. Oop, other way around. Oop, and it's rolling away. Come back here. Do we have any empty ones? Actually, we do have one empty one down the bottom. I want to know what the soil does for it. Okay, so we have one empty one here. Wait, does that mean that both of those are empty? Good. Okay, hold on. Hit right again. Left mouse button. Whoopsie. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong one. Whoops. Okay, so what does soil give us? How do you go back on this thing? Action list. Soil gives us water. Oh, it gives us water, oxygen, potassium, silicon, and magnesium oxide. Interesting. So atmosphere would be nitrogen and oxygen. The second one would be argon. I'm not completely sure what you'd use argon for initially, but I have heard of an argon laser. We cut through pretty much anything. Water should give you, oxygen and hydrogen. Iron oxide should be iron and oxygen. Okay, interesting. Nice to know. Okay, so let's go for... There's nothing else down there. Okay, enter area.
2 types of 3D printers are available. We will start with the Creative Printer on your right. This is the Creative 3D Printer. It's a user-friendly type of printer.
Really? Are you sure about that?
The Creative 3D Printer is able to build any machine or equipment you've ever dreamed of. It doesn't require any resource or power, and the printing duration is very short. The printer uses blueprints for printing an item. Blueprints are detailed construction diagrams that expand what the printer can build. Each object requires its corresponding blueprint to be printed. They must be stored in the printer's inventory. Open the printer's inventory by holding the Use key while pointing at it.
E.
This is the Creative 3D Printer menu, where you have access to the printable items, depending on the corresponding blueprint stored in the printer inventory. On the left side of the screen is a filter panel that allows you to browse through the different categories of items. Selecting a category displays the list of related objects in the central panel. Go deeper in the filters to refine your selection.
What are we actually looking for? Filter. Select the object from. Select which object though? What did it want us to make? Oh, let's see. Oh well, we've got quite a bit to choose from. So I guess any old object. Let's go for. Let's go.
Selecting an object will show its details on the right side of the menu. You can also see the Create button that initiates the printing process of the selected object. A holographic image represents the object currently printed. This helps you assess its actual size and also serves as a safety to avoid printing objects larger than the available space around the printer. Now comes the inventory of the printer. Close the printer menu by clicking the cross on the top right or pressing the escape key.
Cool. So I guess it's just a case of plug it anywhere. Dunk. Okay, so where's the power? Come on, it's over there. Oh, open the inventory. What did it want us to do? Or I? Oh, our inventory. Oops. E? Is it a case of E and an I? Nope. Alright, keep editing escape. Open inventory. Use. I don't get it. Did I miss something when it... Did I cut it off again? Material obstructed. I think I did something wrong. E. Create. I. No. I. There it is. Okay, something small. I can there we go. Was that it? Okay, so my guess is I've done something wrong here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm a little bit stuck. Apparently something else was supposed to happen. Another option so that we could actually get into the inventory.
This is the Creator 3D printer's
Hold it
inventory.
down.
Blueprints come as data disks. They must be stored in the data disk slots. Note that if you filter machines, then printers, you will access the list of objects required for building your own larger modular printer. Equipped with a construction tool, the modular printer is built the same way as a base. That's all you need to know about the Creator 3D printer. Good job. Now the last part with the modular 3D printer. Now it's time to proceed to the modular 3D printer.
So let's see, if we put this thing back on here, and we hold down the E, okay, it's still not giving us an option to place that in here. So it must be really big. Okay, that one.
The modular 3D printer is a realistic printing device.
Yep, we can even stand in it.
Firstly, its size can be increased by adding more pieces to a basic small modular printer. Edge, base, ramp extension, resources slots edge, etc. The larger the size, the bigger and more complex objects it can print. Secondly, it needs different types of resources for printing, depending on the object. Slots are available for plugging in any type of resources barrel. Objects that require more resources or a bigger printer are clearly indicated. Let's print something. Open the modular printer menu by pressing the Use key while looking at the control panel.
Okay, so when it said you can make this thing bigger, my initial thought straight away was, sweet! Okay, so let's grab some materials from here as well, because we've got those two full ones. Wonder what we can make with this. Come on, can we put it in there? Please tell me we can put it in there. Come on, look. Nope, don't want to do it. There we go. And the last one. Oh, come on. Why is it not doing it the right way around? I want you to go in there. Yeah. There we go.
This menu is similar to the creative printers. The main difference lies in the required resources for printing, as indicated at the bottom right. Note that if you filter machines, then printers, you will access the list of objects required for building your own larger modular printer. Equipped with a construction tool, the modular printer is built the same way as a base. Now, choose the object you wish to print and create it.
Okay, let's have a little look. Ooh. Looks like a piece of a cage. Or it could be a railing. This must be printer parts. Maybe. Okay, so for those we need more resources than we've currently got in there. Let's go for airlock steps part. Or machines. Probably need more materials. We need silicon oxide for that, apparently. guess we could always try and make it. Come on, shrink it. Okay, accessories then. Let's have a little look at that crate.
A printing time is required, depending on the object. The bigger, the longer. Once printed, the object must be removed from the printer to free space for the next object. You can close the menu now. Do remember that you will need to enlarge the modular printer piece by piece for printing very large objects. Even a huge vehicle like a cargo truck can be built, provided that enough resources are available.
Cool.
Congratulations for completing the machine's training. That wasn't easy, but you managed it like a pro. Surviving on Mars should now be no problem. You can now pursue your training by using the board.
Nice. Okay. Oh, the board's over there. Okay, so next one is habitat. So let's have a little look at that one.
Here you'll learn about the habitable base and how to build one. To build any base, you need foundations. We've prepared a small building for you to finish.
Wow. I'm going to have so much fun with this later.
An optimal building goes from inside out and bottom up. Finishing with the corner pieces should provide the best results. Start with the middle floor piece. To assemble the block, first pick it up with the Use key.
Starting inside out. I don't normally start with the outside.
Then equip the construction tool with the Equip key.
Construction tool. What was the Equip key again? Let's just drag it there. I can't remember what the Equip key was. Oh. Okay, so that's not it. Q. So E to pick up, Q to equip.
Once the construction tool is equipped, you see all the connection slots of the block and structural leak points on your HUD. Matching connection slots on built blocks and held blocks will be displayed as well. The manipulation of objects is performed with the mouse. To rotate an object, hold the Pitch Roll Rotate key or the Yaw Rotate key and move the mouse. You can also use the 90-degree rotation keys with help located in the top left corner of your HUD.
Okay, I didn't see it earlier. Left key, left alt, oh, left alt. No, it's not left alt.
Congratulations, you've placed your very first block. Continue with the other two floor blocks. When the construction tool is equipped, leak points are represented by red warning triangles on your HUD.
Okay, so we've grabbed that one. R to rotate. Nothing's happening. Oh, if we if hold R down and then move the mouse, then we get to move it around. Okay, left Alt, and they rotate it with the movement of mouse. Okay. So let's put that one there because it's got the foundation piece on it. Nice. We're missing another piece for in the middle. Where is that piece? Piece for the middle. Don't see it. Ah, no, that's the door. Q to equip. Okay, so put that one over there. Oh, come on. Nice. Grab the door. E to pick up. R. No. Alt. And then put it. Oops. There. Nice, we're open. Okay, so there's a piece up here. That must be the missing piece for over there. Okay. So, can we do it from the inside out, or no? We have to. I think we have to go down below. Okay, so let's rotate again. Oops. Oh no, upside down. R. Damn it. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, now.
Once all the floor pieces are placed, continue with the wall blocks. Remember that the ideal way to place wall pieces is from corner to corner.
From corner to corner, so let's grab that one. Okay, so we want to R. Oops. One, R. Left Alt. I think that's the right way. No. Which piece do we have here then? Must be that way around then. Okay. Bingo. Okay, and that's a corner piece. There it is. Okay. Come on, fit. Yes. And a corner piece. It's probably that way around. Oops. That way I would have thought. Oh no, it's upside down. Oopsie. Thought it was the other one. Okay, in that case it is that one. And then that one. Ish. Come on. You know you want to fit.
Great.
There you go.
The building is finished and sealed. Now it just needs power. You may have noticed the power socket panel on the floor. Connect it to the solar farm.
Okay, so if we unequip, use a Q. Grab that one.
Good job. The base is now powered. Proceed to the next part of your training. This is a 3-layered habitat. It has an outer shell that protects the insides from radiation and the environment. A middle connection layer maintains the interior environment temperature. And the last one is made of customizable interior panels for a homey feeling.
Right.
Move through the airlock the usual way.
Did I just hit the wrong button? Save. Okay. Nope. There we go.
Never forget to close the airlocks behind you. Your life is at stake. On Mars, no one can hear you scream.
And then we have to equalize the pressure again. Or do we have to look at it? No, we've already looked at it. Oh. That's weird.
Basic habitat information can be seen on a wall-mounted screen on the left side of the room. Information is divided into several tabs. Go through them to continue.
So
Room
status.
temperature and current power levels are in the Status tab. The Map tab shows you a satellite image of the current location. The Cameras tab gives you a live preview of the habitat cameras and the live feed from personal head-mounted cameras. You now have the knowledge to build and modify the habitat to your liking. When you finish building and powering your base, it is not habitable yet. First, you have to connect the oxygen to the resource sockets on the outside. Depending on its size, you can pressurize the base if you have enough oxygen. Size, shape, complexity, room and floor numbers are all up to you when building. The only thing restricting you on Mars will be resources, so bear that in mind when planning your base. You may proceed to the map for more training or look around. There is an outpost based next to the habitat.
So I think fires are going to be a thing as well. Oops, bit of stuttering there. Wonder, do these things have E? Okay, there's nothing in there. Okay. Ooh, the stuttering is a bit painful to watch. Okay. Nice. Uh-oh. Okay, E to grab. Put that back. Okay, so for those we need soil and we need water. And there's nothing up here. That is one hellish thick insulation. Hear that hump, that hard pump. Oop. Come on. There we go. And there was something else outside, it said. Let's have a quick peek. I was way over there. I wonder, can we get hurt? Of course we can. Maybe not. Maybe it's because it's a tutorial. Yeah. We need to hit the code. It's locked. Okay. Don't have the code. It's probably hidden around somewhere, so you can have a little look at it. Okay, so we've done them all. Now what? I think it's just a case of hitting escape now. So let's do that. Okay, so I know it was very short, but I'm going to leave it here for the moment. And then next time we can do the robotics and get up to date with that one. And then after we've got the robotics cleared, then we can start an actual mission. So if you've liked what you've seen so far, please leave a like. If you didn't, please let me know why. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button to help the channel grow. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.